Hello, friends! Welcome. We are here again for yet another episode of Promise Tree. The second to the last episode of Disc 1, as a matter of fact. We are nearing the end of our adventure here. So, without further ado, we'll go around, meet our cast, check in with everybody, see how y'all are doing. So, we will start right below me. M. How are you? How you been? It's been a hot minute since I saw you last and since you were last here.
Yeah, it's been like a full-on math is hard. Something like 12 hours. Wait, no. Longer than that. Whatever. Time zones. Entire heck. Anyway, yes, hi. I am doing alright. I am not in my normal space, so pardon the super terrible wall and lighting.
Looks very industrial.
Yeah, I basically was like, hey, friend, can I use your office? Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, my name's Em. I'm playing Trill. She is our sunny, bright pink sister, a big sister character, who apparently has a robot kind of now, so we'll see how that goes. And I think I'm about to start figuring out how to pilot some sort of aircraft, which will surely go fine.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. We have shifted Trill to a homebrew class. Yeah. I'm making Ryuutama classes. We found one that we made one that fits Trill quite a bit better for what she's become, and it should be fun.
What she's become.
What she's become, which is
refer to me as the engineer.
Yes, the engineer. So don't mind the overlay. I realize I definitely forgot to change the overlay. She's an engineer now, but whatever, it's fine.
Oh.
Victor, how have you been? Who are you
playing? Been pretty good. Been off at a convention, as I probably mentioned last time. Still kind of recovering, but trying to work. And yeah, I'm Victor. I play Griffin, the kind of hero, red spiky-haired boy.
The kind of hero.
Kind of a hero.
Fair description.
He sure tries.
Hero in progress. Hero in progress.
Yeah, hero in progress. He's doing his best.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, wielding a spear, extra shiny spear this time now because I got one from our last episode.
Yeah, you got a +1 on your spear there.
I'm gonna have to draw it at some point.
Yeah, since you did your part in saving the king's life. Moving right along to our healer. Hi Anna, how are you? How have you been?
Hi, I've been good. It's been a good day. It's been a pretty good week. I gave myself the week off because it was my birthday this week. And it's been a nice time. Anyway, hi, I'm Anna. I play the healer of the group. Her name is Rue, and she is very small and definitely the mom friend.
The tiniest mom friend.
Last week, she mom-friended a king.
She sure did. And he offered her a job, as I recall.
Yes, Rue very diplomatically said that she would have to talk to her mothers first.
Yep. You know, that's how you put that off when the king asks you to come be his physician.
Some people are known as kingmakers, some are king mom-frienders.
But they have to ask their moms first.
Yep. And last but certainly not least, our snow-filled friend playing Mildew. Nicholas, how are you?
I'm fine now. I've had more ear problems, so.
Oh no.
But they are starting to get away now, so.
Good.
But yeah, I will be playing Mildew, magician, librarian, and possibly in, gay panic.
Yes. Because we found someone at the end of last episode who may or may not be familiar. Whew. All right. So, that leaves me, I guess. Hi, hello, I'm Jess, or Joe if there are more Jesses in the room. I am the GM, the Ryujin, in the case of Ryuutama. Her name is Lazuria. Pointing at her, kind of, in the most awkward fashion possible. She is a blue Ryujin, so our story focuses on themes of human drama and feelings and family and all that good warm fuzzy stuff. We sometimes call her Mom Dragon, because she's kind of the mom type that they have yet to meet. But for those who are new, if there are any of you in the chat that are new, Ryuutama is a Japanese tabletop role-playing game written by Atsuhiro Okada, published in English by Kotodama Heavy Industries. Normally, it's like a Miyazaki's Oregon Trail type of a thing where there's resource management and you're traveling, and we basically took all of that and chucked it out the window. And I said, nope, we're gonna make this like a JRPG because that's what we like here at littlecuppajo on Twitch, whatever. It's what we like, and that's why we're here. So we played it. We're playing fast and loose with a lot of the rules. But the game is still ultimately quite fun and quite cute. The rulebook is worth reading because it's wholesome as heck all by itself. And I highly recommend it. So, shall we dive in and start playing this darn game?
Heck yeah.
Alright. I did not create us a recap today. However, I think we can quickly recap what we had done last time we were here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, who remembers?
There was a pillow fort. That was probably one of the most important things that happened.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, you guys aced the pillow fort. Like, you made the most incredible pillow fort.
We managed to get to Sidolia, found the princess who were kind of escaped from the castle, but she got us in and into an audience with the king. We warned him that there was gonna be a sexy blue lady coming to try and get the Firestone.
Yes, and
It
there
was
like
really important that he knew how sexy she was.
Yeah,
It made
there
that
was a
very-
full 20 minutes of the entire party suffering immense gay panic as they tried to explain to the king how
No, you don't understand.
how sexy, how dangerously sexy this woman was.
Some more logical like manners, but and then we got a room and made a pillow fort. And then the king, surprise, got attacked, but we fought the Blue Rose off, managed to defeat her, managed to get some information out of her later, and we saved the king from dying. Well, Rue saved the king from dying.
Yes.
And
We helped by not interfering.
yes, we...
Yeah, Rue did a great job. She managed to, you guys got there in time to fight off Blue Rose. She got put in jail for a bit. And Rue healed King Amilcar, and he ended up okay. He was slightly less the Firestone because Blue Rose did have that and she escaped with it, ultimately. But you guys got some rewards for your efforts for saving the king's life, because that too is important. And you have a ship to take you to the water shrine to try and beat the baddies to the punch to go find that stone. However, as you were headed out that way, you did come across some unfortunate soul who appeared to have had a run-in with the escaped Blue Rose. And when we turned that boy over, Mildew recognized him, I think, and that is pretty much right where we're gonna pick up. So, for our viewers, we have the boy there on the screen.
There's the boy.
There's the boy.
Boy.
So yeah, you guys are out near the docks where your air skiff is, and you've found this boy who's a bit injured by Blue Rose's knives, which were nearby.
Is he just like face down with?
Yeah, he was kind of face down. You turned him over. He's like mostly conscious. He's kind of coming to, but he's a bit wounded.
Oh no. Oh no.
Rue?
Okay. I'm gonna kneel down next to him and just check him over for injuries and try to heal him. Does it look like he's been poisoned the way the king was?
Yeah, like you can see the wound was not deep and it's not really in a vital spot. She kind of probably got him like in the shoulder area. And it looks like it probably skated, but it's probably the poison that has him kind of out of it more than the wound itself.
All right. I do have like a non-magic like class move for that first aid.
Yeah.
Which relieves status effects.
Okay.
Oh my god, are we actually using a job skill in this game?
Like
Second to the last episode.
Is that like the third time that's
like-
happened?
Yeah.
I think I've done this like once before in the entire campaign.
Oh, I used refined education at some point.
Oh, that's
did.
right.
I failed, but still.
Yeah.
I used it though.
Technically, it got used. Okay.
I think I used well spoken, and that also failed.
If I'm gonna get technical here,
This
I
is
should
why
have
we
been-
don't use class skills. Is that what I'm hearing?
Do you want to hear my discourse on jobs in Ryuutama? Because I don't think anyone needs to hear that.
Technically, I should have been using etiquette like constantly, but it never came up.
It's fine. The way we have played this game here, we lean more into the type than we do the jobs. And it's fine.
I rolled a 12 on my first aid though.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's like really good. That's better than that's like as good as a pro, I think. I should have gotten the rules up, but I'm a terrible person.
Good mom
It would
friend.
be really funny if she failed that, though. Just like, sorry, you're not as important as the king.
Sorry! I've used up all my stuff!
I ran out of medicine.
Can you get me a job? No? Okay.
I mean, in
The mercenary.
God.
Less interested now.
Healer.
Rue is secretly the most badass stone cold person
Yeah.
on the cast. Oh. Let me just check the skill check stuff.
Do you have any money? No? Then die.
God.
Then
Yeah,
nourish.
so with a 12... Oh no. So with a 12, you're probably famous in your town.
Probably.
Yeah.
So...
I like how this works out in fiction because she's just spent a long, really intense time saving the king from this exact poison, so it makes sense that she would know what
Yeah.
to do now.
Yeah, you're able to work faster than you did with the king because you don't have to spend time trying to figure out how to attack it. And I think you. What does this look like as you set him up and get him situated, dealing with the poison?
Well, it's probably like making sure the wound itself is clean, and then like packing it with herbs and medicine that I pull out of my bag, and bandaging him up, and trying to work as fast as possible because the poison spreads the longer it stays in the body.
Yeah. So.
So you can see Rue's hands turn into a slight blur as she works really fast.
Yep.
For some reason, all the images I get is like a Fist of the North Star kind of thing, where she just casts going.
Yep. So what are the rest of you doing while Rue works on this?
Watching and shifting uncomfortably. From
Yeah. Mildew is probably hovering about and trying to act cool, but really isn't.
Kind of going to the rest. Why'd she? That's Blue Rose's dagger, right? Why'd she stab just some guy?
This guy was right next to our airskip, yeah?
He was in the area of the docks, yeah.
Oh, okay, so, okay, then that would have been related then. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to ask him. At least I hope I'll be able to ask him. It looks like Rue's kind of got a handle on it. It's Rue. He'll be fine.
Yeah, she got it.
He's pretty good with magic, though. So I mean,
You know?
Huh?
well, no is
Mildew?
a kind of a big word.
Mildew, you're making that face when you're like trying to lie, but like.
No. Well, he was in school, okay? In the university.
Old classmate.
Yeah, you're not making a classmate kind of face.
No,
You're making a. Mildew?
well,
Mildew? Who is this guy?
he's really, really good with magic, and he was kind of, a big thing in school. But and then I dropped out.
What's his name?
Pierce.
Pierce. Right.
Have we ever heard Mildew bring up the name Pierce before? Like just offhand or.
No.
What was he? Some kind of big shot in school?
He
School
ate
idol?
the tests.
Really?
Yeah,
What's so good about him?
he aced all the tests, so he could make things go and go, and he was really good at studying. Okay, and I kind of wish I could have been that good, but I wasn't. I think he comes from a family of mages. Also, he's kind of cute.
There it is. That was what I was fishing for. It kind of pats Mildew on the head. Yeah, he is. Though he probably looks better when he's not dying out of poison.
Yeah, he looks like he could be cute when he's not in pain and unconscious.
I mean, I can see the building blocks.
Yeah, I just kind of look at him like his face covered in blood and go, huh.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
He's not dying.
okay.
I'm
here,
gonna fix him.
He's you notice he's interesting looking. He's got kind of like, it looks like little stones embedded in about his eyes that glitter quite nicely, but he does look like he's probably more pale than he should be from the poison. As Rue works and you all have this discussion, by and by you kind of hear Rue, you see him shift a little bit. What's happened?
Pierce, is it? Hi. Don't worry. I'm patching you right up. Okay? You're gonna be okay.
How do you know my name?
Hi. I'm Rue.
We're all just kind of hovering over at this point.
He's looking real suspicious.
Mildew. You know him, right?
Well,
This is your friend, Mildew.
no, it's a big word. We went to school together.
Mildew. He kind of sits up a little more. His gaze is getting clearer, you can see, and he sort of ruffles his hair. I never would have expected to see you out here.
Well, I have been on and about. So I'm thinking it's probably more probable that to see me here than it's to see me in the university, though. But
We're on a great quest to save the land.
A great quest to save the land.
Yeah. Apparently from the people who stabbed you, I guess.
Oh, that woman. She was on the run. I tried to stop her and she flung
Got
her
stabby
right
on you?
Yeah, how...
Yeah,
You're
that's
super lucky you're alive. She's a very dangerous lady.
I get
She
it.
put a knife in the king.
We fixed it. Well, she fixed it.
Yeah,
Like
Rue
you-
fixed it.
Oh,
We beat her up.
well, that's impressive.
Anyway,
Well, with Mildew's help.
Oh. So you're a hero now.
yeah, sure. Why not? I'm a hero.
Well, thank you for the help. Where were you all headed?
That way. I'm pointing towards the dock.
I think meant in a bigger sense. We're heading out of town. We're taking
Yes.
our what was it called again?
The air skiff.
Air skiff to
water shrine.
yes.
Wait, you're headed to the water shrine?
Yeah, big old important thing. Nothing for civilians to worry about. We're on the case. Don't worry about it.
If you're
Aren't we-
worried about the flow stones, that's why I came out here.
Glowstone.
Oh,
You know about the glowstones?
Of course, I've been studying them since I left the university.
oh, really?
Huh.
Things have been behaving a little weird these last few months. I've been trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, well, it's probably because your glowstone's gone.
What?
Weird how?
Yeah.
Well, the weather patterns are changing and the geology has been shifting. Lathvel in particular is starting to go dry.
Well,
Is that affecting it so quickly? I mean, it's got stolen yesterday, so.
that's the firestone, not the one at the.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
Our
should,
stone's been gone for a while now.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
a
Like
while
out
ago.
of
I haven't
A
been tracking
narrative
exact.
hot minute.
Yeah, a narrative hot minute.
like at least a couple of weeks, at least.
And
Yeah.
we see Pierce kind of pull a book from that pouch about his waist, and he sort of is paging through some notes. I was in Arcadia not too long ago, and it's the first time I've seen autumn on the leaves there.
Oh, okay, all right. That's not great.
No.
Isn't
We're
that, isn't that
from
where
the
you're-
area.
I was about to say, Mildew, are these are all your friends from home?
yeah. This is Rue, and that's Griffin, and that's Trill.
Well, thank you. Good work. You work fast.
Well, I've had some practice.
Looks like we're about to start working faster.
It's more
Um,
like we were heading one way and then suddenly it's just kind of downhill, so we're just kind of running at this point.
Well, it doesn't matter. We still have to find that stone, and our
Yeah.
best lead is to head towards this water shrine. So
Yes.
that's where we're going.
If you know anything more about the flowstones, maybe you could tell us?
Of course, well, I'll go with you. She could have gone on her way. I
Is
didn't
that,
see which way she
is
went
that
after
okay?
she stabbed me.
Well, right. Well, just so you know, if we go to this water shrine, you come with us. Like you might get stabbed again. You might get worse than stabbed again. They're very scary people after these.
I mean, if he's such a great magic person, I'm sure it's all right. Right?
We just fixed him. He was just very hurt.
She caught me off
There's
guard.
still blood on him.
Yeah.
It won't happen again. Besides, strength in numbers, right?
I don't know.
We have been in numbers before, and it has been sort of not always good.
Hey, the last few weeks has been great. We've been doing amazingly. Remember the sunken sand city? Nailed it. Despite last
She
night,
escaped. She also escaped.
nailed it. Still, we
Also-
fought great.
Everyone is clearly operating on a different bar of quality here.
Griffin cares about did we win the fight, not did we actually win the battle.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Within the parameters that we were dealt, we did very well, I'd say.
We lost the stone.
She had already nabbed it and just kind of poofed it away before we got there. It's not like we can predict that stuff.
But well,
Well,
that
I appreciate your positive attitude. Okay.
okay. Yeah,
The
Pierce.
king's not dead. I'd
That's
say
true.
I think we did pretty good.
Are you
Yeah.
sure you want to come with us to the water shrine?
You know, it sounds like you could use some help.
Hey,
He says as diplomatically as possible.
You know,
I'm kind of turning on
have
you
a
now. If you're
point.
gonna have that attitude,
No, he has a point. He has a point.
He
there,
does.
Actually, he kind
come
of.
on, we're
That is-
doing great
That
already.
is what I mean is a little extra magic never hurt. Yes?
Yeah, and if you know about the flow stones, that's just all the better, right?
And we might be able to, figure out how Blue Rose made the flowstone just go poof.
Yes.
Also true.
I think your stuff
Alright.
out in general sounds like a good idea, though, because she said some things that got my brain twisting a bit.
Well, it's a bit of a journey to the water shrine. We'll have a day or two on a ship.
Yeah.
We might as well make our way there.
All right. Well, we have.
Do you have a ship?
Oh yeah, no, we have an air skiff. Disclaimer. One final disclaimer. I have never flown one of these, and no one else can. So we're going to be figuring that out as we go. So welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go on an adventure. And I'm going to walk off to that air skiff.
We see
Oh,
Trill
that's-
marching off just
That's
like,
Captain Trill.
this will be fine.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
Uh,
1 minute, and Mildew runs off, and then comes walking and pulling Pighead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a real struggle to get Pighead the minute he sees like these ships kind of hovering slightly in the air and realizes where you're trying to take him.
I like to think as soon as Mildew arrived, Pighead started trying to move the other way. Like it's like nope.
Yeah. So it's a literal haul to bring Pighead onto this boat, but you eventually get it.
You will enjoy it when we're up, I swear.
Well, as you can see, Pierce, you're in great hands. Give him a wink and follow Trill confidently.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Pierce up and pat him on the back and be like, "Don't worry, we've always made it out alive before."
So I see. Well,
Oh
in
yeah,
any
Trill
case-
is at the cockpit of this thing and cracks one knuckle at a time very loudly.
Mhm. Yeah, so Trill.
Okay, time to look up what this engineer piloty thing is.
Mhm.
Pulling out of harbor roll. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so insightful engineering. Okay, so Dexinant +1 to figure out how to successfully operate or dismantle a new device or vehicle with the mechanical components. Okay,
Don't fumble.
we shall see. Hang on, let's see this right now. Okay, well that's an 11.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not bad.
first
So
roll the
that's
D10 is a 2, but you know.
yeah. So
Nice.
with an 11, you're as good as a pro. So like, you
Easy peasy.
Has Trill seen controls like this before on something, perhaps?
I think that... So, it's not that I've seen controls like this before, it's that I tried to make a glider like this before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's close enough. So, I think Trill and Pace probably made something like this when they were kids. That super didn't work, but I think this
They were
was
just
like
the
how
Wright
it got
brothers.
effectively, yes. I think what this is actually like a... It's like okay. Oh, that's what we did wrong.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. Will there be small cloud skid marks behind it?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, there needs to be some kind of trail on the world map travel kind of thing, because that's just that just feels nice when play.
Yeah. So, Trill, you take a few minutes studying this thing, and we hear the so that's what we did wrong, and then you fire it up, and you guys are all off. This is it's a decent sized little ship. Like sleeping on deck is probably your only option if you take the day. There's not really a full below deck situation, but it'll get you from point A to point B. And it moves pretty fast, and it's actually quite nice sailing through the skies amidst these various islands. So let's go ahead and do condition checks while you are here.
What's condition again? I keep forgetting.
Strength, spirit.
Yeah,
Strength
and
spirit. Griffin got a 6.
Okay. Did
8.
anybody get a 10 or higher, or did anybody fumble?
I did. I got a 13.
Okay. You can boost one of your stats by 1 die size.
Nice.
He's on a mom roll.
Rue is having a great day.
Yeah.
Save a king, save a boy. It's all great.
So yeah, you all have some time. Trill is operating
Goggles.
the ship. Yep, she's got her goggles down.
Just pigtails like this.
Yeah.
Is anybody helping her to navigate?
Yeah, I can.
Do I know where we're going?
Yeah, like we need a direction check here, is what I'm saying, effectively.
I can do the direction checks then because I have maps and stuff.
Yeah.
It's int, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this is good. Well, it's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing fine. What does this look like as Mildew and Trill are up at the helm, navigating through? You see these islands. This is like a super small archipelago of islands just sort of floating well above the ocean. You have elevated, and you can see the water below you, but it's kind of through a smattering of clouds. And these islands kind of sit almost amidst the sea of the clouds themselves. It's very beautiful. It's fairly unlike anything most of you have seen, except for maybe you, Trill, since you did go to Orbinium.
Right.
Which is further beyond and on a bigger island.
Another new site. Amazing.
I'm thinking we have a map there and probably a spyglass, and then, cross out. No, it's not that island because it looks very wrong.
Yeah, specifically there's, that from the notes that the professor gave you, there's one island in particular has an old temple sanctuary on it that's visible from elsewhere, so that's the one that you're trying to find. But you all have some time to finally kind of relax after a rough night and a heck of a morning, other than Trill, who is piloting.
Yeah, I'm piloting, and I think as soon as I get like a solid beat on where we're supposed to be going, I think it's going to be very much like a no, I've got it. You should go talk to your friend.
And Mildew gets, red inside. Sure, I
got it.
I can try talk. I have talked before.
And Pierce, for what it's worth, is also kind of keeping his eyes on the islands. Seems to be also sort of wayfinding a little bit, but he's letting you two lead. He's just sort of tracking mentally as you see his gaze kind of dart from island to island.
Yeah, as soon as we're on the ship and I've made sure that Pierce is comfortable and not like jarring his injured shoulder, I'm gonna sort of pull away and look at Mildew. Like, okay, your turn.
Everyone ships it, is what we're seeing here, apparently.
Apparently has a friend, but
I think at one point, Trill, if it looks like Mildew is not actually going to do the thing, Trill will actually shove him.
Yeah.
Physically.
I do that for...
Sorry, a little bit of turbulence.
Griffin's gonna shout at some point, "Oh yeah, we should talk about what Blue Rose said about the stones, right?" Mildew?
And when Trill shoves, does Trill shove Mildew with cranking the ship so it just sort of his stomach?
It's just like
I guess I want to shove him specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he takes a few steps forward and have a.
Mildew, please make a dex check for me.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
Please tell me we end up with another roll to see who ends up on top scenario.
That is a strong 5.
Nice.
Excellent. Strong 5 is actually pretty good, but so basically it means no, we don't see a full tumble, but I think you definitely collide into Pierce's back, and he sort of whips around and like steadies you.
Yeah.
Awkwardly.
Yeah. And I'm also thinking, Mildew have a cup of tea that splashes up a little bit in his, over him. As he,
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm super.
You look like you burned your face a little.
No, it takes a little bit more to, burn me.
Pierce takes a handkerchief from his sash and just sort of wipes your face down.
Griffin reaches up to Trill to fist bump.
Yeah, and I don't think when Pierce met Mildew didn't have the snow, because that's more recent.
Okay. Yeah, I think as he's cleaning your face off for you and hands over the handkerchief with no real ceremony about it, he sort of looks.
Yeah.
Snow.
Turns out when you learn magic on your own, there might be mishaps.
That's true.
Or features. I mean, it's quite nice in the summer.
I would imagine so. I understand.
So, you have been studying.
Well, of course. You.
Unlike some.
You learned the flow stones, yes?
Well, yeah. And what have you been doing in your life? And are you?
God.
He's so bad at this.
So, you went to school? God.
So hey, what has been your activities lately?
How bad can we be at a flirt? Let's find out.
Okay, now I understand why people want to gamify romance.
Get it now.
Yeah. Pierce looks a little puzzled at first, and then he just sort of leans onto the side of the ship and looks out again. Well, I think you had already left by then, but I also left the university.
Oh?
There wasn't anything more for me to learn there.
Oh boy.
There was no point in staying.
Well, nothing more to learn?
No, they're limited in their thinking. I don't like it very much.
And in Mildew's head there's a flashback, and you can see the camera just zooming through all the hallways of the library.
You also, I think, if you were classmates, you do remember there were many times where Pierce would occasionally get into debates with some of the teachers. He definitely clashed a little and felt very limited by them trying to hold back his skill.
I've been that student. In art. Nowhere else.
There was a particular mode of thinking that the university taught, and Pierce did not like it, and you remember that distinctly. Never caused any trouble outright, but you could sense there was frustration that occurred there a lot.
Yeah, you should try becoming a librarian, though. It's quite nice.
Now, is that what you've done with yourself?
Yeah, I stole some books from the library, so I had little choice. Yeah.
You think that's bad boy angle? Bad boy angle.
Library.
I don't dislike it.
Is this like color commentary to Rue at the off to the side?
Please.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
a little
assume
bit,
I'm. Is everybody just like off to the side doing their thing, but also like doing a lot of this?
Probably. Also, side note, I think I have definitely discovered in the equivalent of like the what do you call it? Like the dashboard like container thing. If the skiff has one, there's definitely a book in there.
Yes.
It sparkles.
We get the jingle.
Yeah. The counter updates.
Yeah.
In front of me. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yep, perfect. I love it.
It's a how to drive a skiff book.
Which definitely somehow stole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so like you Pierce looks a little bit surprised. Still from the library. Well, more of a rebel than I imagined.
Yeah.
Well, seems we both
Magical renegade.
Important question, what pose does Mildew strike as he says that?
Oh god.
Is that a roll or is...
I'm thinking he is,
Dex strength?
I wish this was Monster of the Week so I could have you roll plus cool.
Does he do Griffin's hair flip?
Oh god.
Yes.
No, just goes everywhere.
Chat suggests finger guns.
No, that's for leaving. That's when you leave.
He doesn't do finger
Solid
guns.
point.
Mildew is
hello.
not cool enough for finger guns.
Wow. Well,
Okay.
You over a certain threshold to
you need to have a certain delusion of coolness to do finger guns.
he assumes finger guns are cool.
Yeah, you need to have like a base coolness above a certain line to do it unironically without being mocked.
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, what about just a wink then?
No, hair flip. Hair flip.
Why not both?
This is important content. Magical renegade Mildew.
Yeah.
How do you pose?
He will wink a little bit. Yes. Because they are limited time here.
I realize not everyone knows how to wink, so he maybe just blinks at him.
Pierce just kind of looks a little puzzled for a moment, but nods and smiles. Ah. Well, hopefully the curse isn't too much of a problem.
Nah, it's been kind of chill actually. I mean, I can't sell books, but I mean, I can go around and do stuff, and I don't. You'd be amazed by what kind of magical tomes you might find just circling around.
I would imagine. Helpful if you need them, I suppose.
Oh, hey, we're there!
As you all are sailing along, there's a cat at my door, so hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, my cat was polite enough to leave the room before we started.
Mine were
Oh,
too,
you're
but now they would like back in the room, you see.
Oh, you're streaming. Just excuse me.
Um,
Meanwhile, Jess's cats are like, "Hey, you streaming in there? Hey."
pretty much.
Excuse me.
Basically. So, as you are sailing, and we'll kind of move through, because it's a fairly lengthy journey through these islands. You've got about a day, and I imagine through the course of that day, Mildew occasionally attempts an awkward flirt, and it doesn't work, and...
Do we manage to share what we learned from Blue Rose, though? That's because the whole...
yes. So you want to discuss that.
I would like to at least attempt it, but I was trying to Mildew to have something to converse about.
Yeah.
With his crush.
You have time, so I think after Mildew attempts have had a lukewarm reception, we'll call it.
Griffin might even
you all
notice
kind of
that.
assemble.
Okay.
Yeah, to discuss. Do you flock in to kind of save him from himself a little bit?
Yeah,
I think I'm piloting, but the rest of you guys can.
Yeah.
I think Griffin does that, like, kind of as soon as there's a start of an awkward silence, he just kind of appears and puts his hand on Mildew's shoulder and is like, "Yeah, okay, let's talk about. We did get some information from Blue Rose. We don't really know what to make of it. Maybe you can shed a light on the whole thing."
Of course. What'd you find out?
Like these people she works for, I need to remember to open the document with all the terms and stuff.
Malvorans.
Yes. Let's see. Where was it? There we are. But yeah, like that the flowstones are from those people, and they're just trying to take it back. Them back?
Well, that's true. At least as far as I've discovered.
But how did they end up here then?
That's the part I'm not entirely certain about. But the crystals and related technology and devices like that come from Malvora originally. That's why we have all those symphonic crystals that seem to grow up out of the earth. That's where they come from. That's where magic is sourced from.
Oh.
Did you not learn that?
I never went to a fancy school.
Oh.
We had mostly history about just kind of our neighboring place.
Oh,
And
We can tell you a lot about trees.
yeah,
Sure.
a ton about trees.
of course. That's right. You would have had one in Arcadia.
Yeah,
Mhm.
had. That's kind of what started this whole thing. They took our tree, and
Tree.
apparently the flowstone manifested as a tree sprouting all the seasons at the same time, and we were it was kind of our tree as we grew up.
Is that what put you on this journey then?
Yeah, get it back.
Hmm.
At least that's what we want to do, but with all, it's grown exponentially larger than what we assumed about all this, so
Well, I could see that. That's interesting because for the longest time everybody thought that the stone that was in Arcadia was lost. Most of the
Really?
time the flow stones are enshrined somewhere. It's been that way for ages. Makes them easy to find, but also easily endangered if they're not guarded well.
Yeah, we don't really have that much in, like, there's the village, but mostly there's just a lot of trees. Not really, shrine sort
Well,
of thing.
yeah.
I bet my dad could build one though.
Yeah.
A bit late for that.
Yeah, it's
Well, something to consider when you get them back, yes?
sure.
By
But
my estimation, we have mere months before we start to truly see the effects.
Yeah.
It's not
I guess-
dangerous now, but it's going to get worse.
I just
rapidly.
wonder what they're originally for. If they're from the other place, if they belong to that other place, to Malvora, what were they doing there, and why were they taken, and are we even supposed to have them?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter if we're supposed to have them or not. If they're gone, we're gonna lose our forest, and all sorts of bad things are gonna happen. We can't let that happen.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna fix this, but they can't just take them away. People are gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Of course.
Have you considered a reason why they might be trying to take them back?
I mean,
Part of it, kind of. Like,
if
what they used for, that's important. Sorry.
if they're sort of keeping magic going here for us, were they doing the same thing in Malvora? Do they not have magic now?
Elemental stabilization is their purported purpose, near as we've been able to tell from studying them. If what's happening here in Amaria is any indication, I can only imagine what Malvora looks like, with those stones gone.
All wacky? All weird?
Or dead.
Oh,
That doesn't.
That doesn't feel good.
it does not.
Things are rarely
Perhaps we
black
could-
and white.
Perhaps we could, split them up.
Well, no matter what, we can't let them just take them.
No,
Yeah.
We'll find a solution after this. After we stop them. We'll find a way, right, Trill?
Hmm?
We'll find a way.
Trill
I'm sure of it.
smiles and nods and looks out to the horizon, but doesn't actually answer.
So, as you have this discussion, Trill, I think you kind of notice first because you've been keeping your eyes more out to the skies. You're noticing the sky is getting a good bit darker, and the wind is getting cooler, and there's a dampness in the air.
Like darker as in like storm darker, or darker as in okay. Hey guys.
Yeah?
Nothing is wrong, so don't panic. But you might want to sit down and maybe hold on to something. And I toss back the rope.
Listen, you guys have so much rope, you might as well use it.
I was wondering when the rope was going to show up.
Yeah.
Cheers, hold on to Mildew.
No, Mildew will grab hold of Percy's hand.
Yeah. So,
Okay, shall we tie them together by the hands?
I don't know. If I've been awkwardly flirted at for the past 3 hours, I don't know that I'd be a huge fan of someone grabbing my hand.
Yeah. So as this indeed is a storm that starts to roll in, and it comes in fast. Before you know it, it gets pitch dark all around. It's like night, and the winds are starting to kick up as you all are lashing yourselves to, the rest of the ship.
Okay, maybe a little bit of panic. Definitely tie yourself to something, like now.
Yep, got it.
So, and yeah, the deck is now not the steadiest thing as you all go about this business, so go ahead and make, we'll do hard exercise, I guess. Do some dex and strength checks. Trill, you can make another engineering check to, keep your steering in order if you wish.
Oh, no!
No.
How we all doing?
Oh,
Well,
Let me do the steering check also, but that wasn't great, y'all.
I rolled a 12.
so now if your steering check is good, are you flipping around on the steering wheel? Still steering, but no.
That's a really good question. Hang on, let me try to figure out what is engine dex on this chart so I can just...
Either way, Griffin got 14.
Mildew have 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a 12, which
Okay.
is as good as I can possibly roll.
Well, so I got a 4 on the hard exercise check, but my steering check, which I rolled as initiative and then roll 20, is a 12, so...
Okay.
I think I'm just, dangling onto this steering wheel.
Yep. I'm
Drag
like-
this.
Steering like a champion.
No, and also, yeah, important note, I'm falling, but clinging to this steering wheel, but still managing to steer really fucking well while doing that.
That's thoroughly impressive, to be quite honest.
man.
Everything is fine! We're
Steering with panache.
Yep. I'm gonna
Fantastic.
I need to see how Pierce did, but I need to type words. Come on, roll 20. Gosh, but stats. I need to look at those.
I can only see this whole sequence as whenever chaos happens in One Piece, where it just kind of escalates constantly. Storms.
Okay.
Oh boy.
oh boy.
Someone save the boy. He's gonna die.
Oh boy.
Can we have him start to fall and then grab onto my legs so that we're now a
Sure.
a kite
flat-
trail of people?
Yes. So for chat's purposes, Pierce got a 5 because his dex and strength are as high as you'd expect of a caster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so everybody else did pretty good, so I think you probably lashed yourselves in time and you are able to stay with, not fall off the ship. Trill, you were busy steering, so of course you couldn't lash yourself to the ship. You figured, I got this, and you started to drift away, but then I think, before you, got cascaded into the storm, you grabbed the steering wheel as hard as you could, and you are somehow keeping the ship going.
I'm
by hook or
Steering
by
real
crook.
good. My feet are just super not on the ground at the moment.
And I think we sort of do see Pierce had been trying to lash himself, and he's still sort of got a wounded shoulder, so he wasn't as quick on the uptake as he probably could have been. And he starts to like get cast off of the ship, but I think he does manage to like grab the closest thing, which is like your boot, Trill. And you just hear him shouting over the storm, "I'm sorry!"
It's fine. Just stay as stable as possible. I'm gonna try to get us somewhere close to land.
And you are coasting through the storm. Everybody make what's a perception check? I don't remember.
I think it's a dex int.
Yeah, dex int. So do a dex int to see as your eyes are sort of casting through this dark storm.
10.
10.
Okay.
7.
7.
Cool. All right. Luckily,
Quincy.
Trill, you are on the ball, and you see the island destination you were aiming for, so you know where to try and land your ship.
Okay, everybody, hang on to something. This might be a little rough. I'm gonna try to bring us in.
Okay. Make one more engineering check, and your target number is 15.
15.
I don't remember. Is there any kind of aid stuff?
I mean,
I'm gonna concentrate.
Trill, you can concentrate, and
yeah,
you can use a fumble point.
I'm gonna concentrate. And fumble points, can I use those like after I roll, or do I have to before?
You need to use them before.
Okay, I'm gonna use a fumble point too then.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a +2 plus.
In any case, I think Griffin is gonna try to at least send part of the rope up to Pierce and see if he can.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm not trying to do this with someone literally like grabbing onto my legs. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Attached to you.
And so you guys aren't like in the air as we land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that could get really, really awful. Alright, let's see if Pierce catches it. Jesus! What are my...
Boy,
Mm,
come on.
mm.
Boy.
You know. Alright. So, he doesn't manage to catch the rope, but Trill, you are doing pretty good, I think.
Okay.
What did you get?
Hang on, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a +2 plus my check.
You don't have a penalty.
15!
Oh shit!
Exactly!
Woo! Hell yeah! Yes, yes.
Woo!
Amazing.
Turns out you are an air skiff prodigy.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Clearly, you've missed
Your whole
calling.
life has trained you for this.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's exactly what this is. Like, my whole life has been training for this precise moment.
For crashing.
Every failed prototype, every crash on the zip line.
Yeah. Yeah, so you come in pretty hard. It is not a comfortable landing. You hear unfortunate cracks that tell you that the ship is probably not gonna make it off the island without some help later.
That's fine.
Yeah, you
can still
in
for
your
that.
mind, Trill, you're like, oh, those are repairs I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after a thoroughly bumpy ride, you all crash onto the island. But you're all safe and sound, thanks to all of your efforts. And the storm is not as strong here. It's still very dark and there's heavy rain, but you're not being cascaded about by the wind. But you probably should find some shelter to wait it out, because you really are not going to be able to navigate the island with these conditions.
Sound off, everyone alive here?
I'm okay.
I'm not okay, but I'm okay.
Alright, everyone's alive.
Yeah. Pierce goes over and helps you up, Mildew, and kind of gives you a clap on the back. Then he goes to you, Trill, and like sort of puts both hands on you. That was amazing. Are you alright?
I'm fine. That was awesome.
That was so cool! Drill!
Woo.
We
Kind
should
of
get out of here.
runs
Come
up
on.
and gives her a hug.
Trill hugs him back.
Yeah. I know you could do it.
And I think Pierce pulls up the hood of his cowl and was sort of casting about. We should get out of this rain and just wait. I suppose there's no point going to the shrine right now.
Yeah, let's get somewhere dry.
I could use a nap.
Yeah, Trill's like not had a ton of sleep lately. Most of you guys haven't.
Yeah, I think Trill's like looking super good and just like yeah, hell yeah, that was awesome. And then she like tries to take a step and is like so wobbly, like all the nerves came out.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me support you a little bit there. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you all kind of
All right.
find yourselves. There's like a small kind of a shallow cavern in this island area that you hunker down in that seems to be unpopulated as the storm continues on. And you have some time to build a fire, dry yourselves off, have food, so we can do a camp check.
Yeah.
To let you have a break and a nap.
Excellent. Does everyone do camp or
One
pick
person
someone?
does the camp
Yeah.
check. It's a dex int.
I can do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah, I think Trill might be a little
Yeah.
A
rattled.
little bit out of it.
want me making this camp check right now.
No.
I have like when you're like concentrating really hard on something and then you're fine, but the instant that's over, like all the jitters come back. Like
Mhm.
yeah, Trill is like having trouble like picking up basic utensils right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna lie down. You're gonna borrow my thermal pillow again.
Yeah.
Just gonna lie there because you're done. You're done for today.
Yeah, that's a 7 on the camp check.
Okay. That'll work. You can go ahead and double your current HP and MP up to max if you wish.
Woohoo.
And I think as you all settle here, and the rain is just coming down outside, how is everybody feeling after that?
I'm feeling nap is how I'm feeling.
Yeah. So we see Trill just sort of looking like she's sort of leaning against the back of the cave wall, about to kind
Put the
of
thermal pillow behind her.
follow.
Trill just gives you a thumbs
Yeah.
up, knocks the goggles down, and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Bye bye, Trill.
I think Rue is feeling a little bit shaky because that was a rough landing, even if it was beautifully done.
Mhm.
And it's definitely one of those, oh, I think we're gonna die moments. So she potters around for a bit and gets the camp set up and then sits down and just sort of goes into dozing mode. Just so sort of somebody turns the lights out. She's awake, but it's very much the
She's just like sitting there. Everybody's kind of letting the nerves wash away.
I think actually Griffin kind of, as from his experiences, has kind of gotten used to the adrenaline going up and then just crashing down again. So he's kind of keeping tabs, I think. He's after the we survived hype dies down, he just kind of stands guard
Okay.
mostly.
Yeah, you find yourself kind of posted up next to Pierce, who has just been standing at the edge of the cavern, kind of looking out into the rain. He seems less panicked than the rest of you.
Yeah,
He
Mildew
recovered
is
quickly.
probably both in adrenaline from oh my god we're gonna die, as well as oh my god this is awesome.
This was so awesome, but we were gonna die. Yeah.
So yeah, it's still adrenaline kick is still there, and he's a little bit hard time calming down.
It's kind of restless,
Yeah.
probably. You okay there, Pierce?
Hmm? Yes, I'm fine. Just reorientating myself a little, I guess. It was quite a ride.
Yeah. You do those things often? You seem pretty used to it. Although you're...
Fly an air skiff in a storm? No, actually. That was a first.
High-flying adventures, then.
Well, I'm not unused to being in the air, if that's what you're asking.
You seemed so unfazed by our whole mishap.
I wouldn't call it a mishap. Trill seemed to have it handled.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
No. She did amazing job, and we survived, but I called the storm a mishap.
That's a side effect of what's going on.
Really now.
These islands are usually fairly temperate. Unless, of course, the keeper of the shrine is trying to keep us from going here.
Who's the keeper?
Oh, you don't know? Supposedly there's a spirit that lives here.
Spirit?
Oh, hi, Mildew.
Hi.
Yes, 8 ancient spirits guard these shrines. These islands are very, very, very old. I think they're a remnant of one of the first things that formed with Amaria. Not a lot of people pay these islands in particular a visit.
Perhaps that's something to do with the weather, though, because, I mean, an island with a spirit, that's awesome.
Well, it depends on if the spirit wants you there or not.
Why, we're all friendly.
Yes, but there are people here trying to steal the stones. They would do everything in their power to protect it, don't you think?
Well, that's true, yes.
And even letting us in would give them an opening, so...
Either that, or we're not as early as we could have hoped.
Yeah.
With luck, perhaps that woman has been taken away by the storm.
I do think it was some of our other people who works for them. We had a run-in with a few of them earlier.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
What did they look like?
It looked like metal, the arm, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a glassy black.
Glass
kind of-
metal kind of black arm guy with only one eye, really the worst. And then just some kind of floaty, flying, robed person.
Yeah, a real doofus.
Interesting. So a soldier and a sorcerer?
I would assume.
That's not comforting.
Yeah. Soldier guy kicked our butt. Since then it's been better.
Well, you seem to have gotten out fairly unscathed for losing a fight. Seems like
We had-
someone's looking out for you.
Maybe. It's good timing, if nothing else.
And as you're talking, the rain has slowly started to slack off and quiet down. Still a bit cloudy, but it's starting to be more of a drizzle now, and the fire crackling is a bit louder than the rainfall. And as the weather clears, Rue and Trill, who are dozing and napping, are boys, are you going to wake the girls up?
Yeah, well, when we feel like, okay, let's get a move on. Just kind of nudge Trill with my shoe. It's kind of...
Trill does like the full on like grabs pillow like 5 more minutes.
I'm gonna take the pillow away from you. Gonna take the pillow. Time to get up.
God, I feel
Pull up the goggles. Like
we have like a brief like
fight.
couple seconds long where it's like a fight, but her eyes are still closed, kind of thing.
No, I get.
I think we like pan away and we hear just this crash in the back of the cave.
Exactly.
And then Trill pops on screen wide awake.
Okay, what'd I miss?
Griffin looks roughed up, like. Oh.
Yeah, I think Trill was winning.
Yeah, absolutely were. Got like whatever gravel on the side of his face.
Yeah.
Like has to like fix his hair again.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you all pack up and get ready to make your way out of the cavern and head to the shrine, which you can see in your sights. And I think as you make your way up on that path, we will go to our break. We'll be gone for a few minutes, and then we will return and see what happens as they enter the water shrine. See you in a bit.
Ooh,
Hey.
Yay!
that was awesome.
That was some
I
brilliant.
cannot believe I made that check. Oh my god.
Oh,
Boom. It was. Oh my god.
Fixed. I muted the wrong thing, and I still did it again. God damn it. got a little taste of behind the scenes because your girl can't mute properly today. Pro streamer. Let us return to our good kids and their friend and this watery shrine at which they have found themselves. So the sun has emerged. Do you go back to check on the state of your ship now that you aren't in the pouring rain? Okay. It's definitely heckin' busted. Mm-hmm. Clank. Oh, hold on. Have I muted the wrong people? Oh, the music was muted. Wait, what? Oh,
Oh, you're still
there we go.
muted?
Oh my god,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
There we
Um,
go. Fixed. So Trill goes over and kicks the wreckage, and a wheel falls off.
Yeah. So I go over, I kick it. I give it like an encouraging like slap, like to kind of see, and then like
Bunk.
Technically yes, it is fixable. Not sure how long that's gonna take. But good news is we don't need to get off this shrine island thing right now. So let's maybe table that one for later.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Brain
there's.
check.
I'm sure I'll figure that out somehow.
Yes, we can.
No doubt.
Sure.
I don't suppose there's any magic that you know that would make this super easy.
Magic to repair?
Repair, fix.
Yeah, you're all magic and stuff, right? Didn't you go to school for, I don't know, magical, miracle stuff?
Yes. Well, when we're ready to look at this, I'll see what I can do to help.
Alright, well, that's something. Okay, anyway, let's go focus on something else.
Yes.
Well,
And
Stormstone or whatever.
you can see the water shrine in the distance, and you make your way. This island is very beautiful. It's pristine and green. Occasionally you see signs of what might have been a man-made structure in the form of like a ruined pillar or something that has been reclaimed by vines, and everything here is kind of flowering. It's actually there's a sense of serenity about it that is very nice, especially after coming off of the heels of that storm.
You know what? I could think about living here, you know? It seems nice. Away from people.
It's got some crazy storms though.
And apparently a spirit. I can't... It must be...
Well, at least someone's excited.
Are you interested in meeting the spirit, Mildew?
It's a spirit, yeah. It's... All spirits I have met have been nice. I mean, we have the Olive in the library, and... Well, that's it. But...
There's a bit
She
of
didn't seem
difference.
particularly nice. She didn't seem to be particularly... Sorry, I'll shut up.
She's also a ghost. That's a bit different from a spirit.
How?
If you say so.
Never mind. Semantics.
I'm sure it's a big, super important difference that we don't really need to get into right now.
Anyway, how close are we to this shrine thing?
You are making your way through, and you can see it kind of... it's on a bit more of an incline amidst the greenery, and it's sort of old-fashioned, almost kind of like a Greek temple style affair. Beautiful whitewashed stone that is crumbling in places, but it still looks fairly in order. It just looks like nobody's been here in a very, very long time. And as you climb the steps, there's no doors. It's quite open, and it's deep and blue inside, and you can hear water just sort of running everywhere. Do you go in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, peek inside just kind of first.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah, so you kind of peek inside, and this front hall has kind of a shallow pool in the middle, and there's a walkway all the way around it. Everything is cast in kind of a dark blue. There's crystals in sconces that are lit very dimly, just enough that their light is kind of reflected off of the pool, and it's got this very dancing light effect across the walls. And you can see a mural of a bas-relief in this chamber that seems to depict, you see 4 heroic individuals riding on the back of a dragon into the sky with crystals cradled in each of their arms.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the first flying dragon I've seen. I mean, there's Gran, but she doesn't really fly much.
Not really.
I wonder who these people are.
Are those the flow stones? The crystals?
There's only 4. That count doesn't make sense.
One was hidden, right? Parts.
Yeah.
The one in Arcadia disappeared a long time ago, as far as anybody knew. This must be a historical account of how they brought them here, maybe.
Oh,
That would be my guess.
maybe the spirit knows.
Perhaps.
Let's keep going.
So you continue on, and the gentle whisper of the flowing water pervades throughout the halls of this ancient place. There's that dancing blue light in the shadows everywhere, because those symphonic crystals you see that are used as lamps in this place reflect also as you walk. You notice there are actually little canals of water, probably about this big, that just run along either side of every walkway in this place. And every so often you get a sense that there are eyes upon you, but it feels comforting rather than threatening somehow. And as you pass one doorway, you look and you can see inside that archway what looks to be a library or a record room. There are no books there, but you see the shelves are packed with scrolls, but they're all encased under glass. And appear to be probably inaccessible without a key or without breaking the glass.
Wow.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
tons of scrolls. Wonder what's in them.
Well, we're
No,
not gonna
I-
break the glass.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Yes,
I
it would
totally
be-
wasn't gonna.
It would be ill-advised to disturb anything here, I think.
Yeah, that might make the spirit angry.
And you pass through the library. There's another door at the other side. And as you pass through that archway, you kind of find yourself in smaller hallways with lots of little rooms shooting off that appear to just be maybe they were living quarters for someone at some point. A lot of them look to be unused, but there is one room that seems to have a lamp lit in it, and you can see in this bedroom, it's very simple, it's elegant. There's a bed there that's clothed in silver and white, and there's a vanity with a mirror, and there are bits of jewelry lying on it. And a small writing table where there is a scroll that is about halfway rolled up, and a quill is resting there on it. It looks like it was left fairly recently. and you pass that room unless you want to go inside and take a look around.
I mean,
That feels like a very personal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious.
Everything in this place, there's no actual doors, it's just pure archways. So everything is pretty much open.
The RPG player in me want to go in every room and break all the pots.
Search the cabinet! Search the clock, there's probably an elixir in it.
Yeah.
About to say.
Is there a red book in that bookcase? Let me read that book.
But yeah. No.
No, we're stay on target.
Yeah. But as you continue to pass on through, and you don't really see any sign of any person here, or anything living. You occasionally can hear the chirping of birds that you've heard throughout the island, but it's mostly the running of water and your own footsteps echoing through these halls as you move along. And eventually, if you keep going, you come back out into the light at the back of the shrine, and you see the nature here looks only slightly more curated, in the sense you see it looks managed enough that you get the idea that this is probably supposed to be a garden, but it appears to be a garden that is sort of left to do what it wants. And there are brilliant flowers all along the bushes here, and climbing vines along the pillars that are in pretty good shape here. There's a few that are broken down and slightly ruined, but they still somehow manage to keep their beauty. And as you advance through this space, you see a crystalline pond that's fairly large. It's like swimming pool size almost. Filled with, you can see colorful fish kind of dancing under the surface of the water, and there are flowers floating along the top. Some of them look like they might be Necomia flowers, which you definitely recognize because you lassoed a few in the past.
Damn right.
Heck yeah.
Or excuse me,
Yeehaw.
heckin' right.
Heckin' right.
Trill takes out a coin, puts it in the swear jar.
It's just Rue's backpack. That's the square.
God. Just pink.
Oh wow, I have more coins now. Huh.
I'm getting so heavy over the course of this journey.
And yeah, so far you haven't seen anything that points you to where the water stone itself might be. You have been unable to find that particular room.
Just making a assumption here. Does the stone maybe produce water? Should we follow where the streams are coming from?
Pierce kind of gives you a sidelong look that is a bit judgmental, but he says no words.
Look, we didn't all go to fancy wizard school, alright? Working with what we got.
Yes, the water stone produces water. It also
So
cleanses it and stabilizes it. That's the whole point of the water stone.
Good assumption, Griffin.
Yeah, well done.
don't put so much stank on your comment, man. Just
Yeah, Trill gives Mildew a look like, really?
Yeah,
This guy's kind of a dick.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if the water's coming from over there, we should go that way, right?
Yeah.
Follow the water upstream.
Like salmon.
Less jumping.
God.
Yes, because we're people, we walk.
Yes. So as you continue to walk through the garden following the flow of the water, you get to another clear area, and off to the side there, this garden appears to kind of almost be at the edge of the island itself. And you can see, kind of stark against the blue of the sky, you see a beautiful woman in white. with long waves of cascading blue hair and gently sloping pearl-colored horns. She's looking out onto the water, and you kind of see there's a look of sadness glittering in her eyes. As she hears you, her long ear kind of flickers, and she blinks and dismisses that sadness, and she looks at all of you with a smile that feels familiar and warm and comforting. And so here you are at last. I'm so glad I got to meet you in person after all.
Hi?
Sorry, ma'am, do we, know you?
No, I suppose you wouldn't. And she steps forward, and you can see she's barefoot other than jewelry on the tops of her feet. And the dress and her hair both drag the ground as she walks. Pierce kind of hangs back a little bit as she comes up to all of you. My name is Lazuria. I'm the guardian of this shrine. And, Ryujin. I've been watching your journey.
What?
Oh.
All of it?
Yes, I've been watching you since you left your home. I'm so glad to see you all here safe.
Oh.
So world question about Eugene.
They're pretty much pretty much everybody knows about them.
Right.
They are a known thing.
Right, but in terms of like her watching over our journey in particular, is that is like a big deal kind of thing?
It's known to happen when people take journeys that are of note or of some level of importance, but it's not a guarantee.
Okay.
Most folks are known to kind of invoke the Ryujin or say, "Hey, watch over me," as they set out on a journey. But
I wasn't expecting her to literally be watching us. I'm sorry, you. Hi.
Well, I would have made that landing so much cooler if I'd known.
I mean, it was pretty cool already.
Yeah.
It was. So, you know why we're here then?
she nods. I do.
Is the Waterstone okay?
It is safe. For the moment.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
good.
that's the first good news we've heard in a while.
What was the storm about then? Was that preemptive?
No, that was simply nature.
Okay, alright.
Please, if you've had a bit of a journey, if you'd like to rest, I'm more than happy to open the shrine to you. There's much more ahead, I fear.
Yeah, a rest would be nice. Are you, sure there's been nobody here tried to take the stone? Because they kind of tend to show up when you really don't want them to.
They're really sneaky. Like, you never know.
No,
It's kind of...
not so far. You are the first to arrive.
Okay, good.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you for your hospitality.
Of course, come. There is nothing if not clean water here, and you all should rest and rejuvenate yourselves before you set off again.
Yeah.
Come with me.
As she leads us along, Griffin kind of turns to the others and has that short moment of kind of fanboying for a moment because this is fucking cool. There's a There's a Ryujin, like, keeping track of us?
Yeah.
That's...
She goes
Oh,
steps into the shrine proper under another archway, and you guys have a few moments if you want to.
I think he does it quietly because it would be awkward for her to like hear him. Oh my god, he's like, holy shit, there's a freaking swear jar. There's a dragon watching. Oh.
Definitely saw us get lost in the desert, huh?
And she definitely saw you trying. Nope. Looks at Pierce. Looks at Mildew. Cut that sentence off.
No, what were you trying to say?
Pierce, for his part, has gone to follow Lazuria.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, let's hurry to catch up.
So you all follow after, and she brings you into what feels a little more homey. It's more like living quarters, and there's a table and such here, and with kind of a wave of her hand, there's a spread of food and drink, delicious food and drink to have. A lot of it you don't necessarily recognize. It seems to be older style fare, but it's all very good. Mostly recognizable. There's things like fruits and vegetables and stuff. Not a lot in the way of meats. But you get a sense it's probably things that are grown on this island here. And so... Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask her a question about what she could tell us about all of this. She seems to know more about what's going on than everybody else here.
Mm-hmm. So as you're eating for a little while, and she doesn't really seem to partake of the food, but she does drink from a cup of the water, and you notice that she's got a smaller scroll at her side at the table and is occasionally reaching over, almost unconsciously, and just scratching some things on the page. Though she seems delighted and overjoyed looking at each of you with a very motherly sort of fondness.
I think there's like a long quiet pause where people are eating and we're just kind of looking over at her, and she's just so happy to have us there. So it's not really awkward, it's just kind of weird.
It's just a little confused.
Yeah. Just like, so
Like-
you know us. Cool. Neat.
We can't really introduce ourselves and talk about what we do because she knows. She already. She's with it.
So, Trill, it seems you've created a new companion, yes?
Well, Dick, oh gosh, I hope it's okay. And Trill goes into her pack, having completely forgotten that this thing was there for the whole crash and all that. And yeah, I think out rolls this little, like, it's like, so we've kind of established that this thing was starting to look like one of those puzzles that you like unfold and then it like actually looks like a real thing. And
It's a transformer.
it's a transformer. It's basically a transformer.
Roll out.
Yeah. Yeah. So she takes that out. And it's not quite done yet. Like there's like one like thing that she hasn't quite figured out yet. But as she takes it out, I think there's like a mural somewhere in this room that has, it's like got stones put together in a very particular pattern, and something about that makes this last puzzle piece kind of like, oh, duh, and this little machine starts to whir to life, and I think it's like a little mechanical owl. It's kind of right in the beginning, so it just
We
comes
kind of
like,
see it. Yeah, and it kind of flaps its little wings and makes noise.
Oh,
oh, hi, buddy. Wow.
And it just kind of looks at you and
Guys, I think we made a friend. Oh.
It's so cute.
Kind of sounds like a pigeon.
I don't know what it is.
Sorry.
We have a winged donkey here.
We have a
FYI.
yeah. I also kind of really love the idea of like an owl that sounds like a pigeon. Honestly,
A pajowl.
a owl.
That sounds like Pokemon.
Owl?
Powell?
Owl?
A Powell.
Oljan.
Owl. Olden.
That's hard to say.
Sounds weird. Sounds fake.
I like Powell.
Powell it is.
Alright, that's its name.
Well,
Powell.
so, what can this little fella do?
I have no idea.
They come from the old world. They were used as messengers in the past.
Neat.
Okay, well, that's... Gosh, guys.
Yeah?
Has anyone written a letter home recently? Because I definitely forgot until
Oh,
right
heck,
now.
me too. Yeah, I haven't written since we left.
Ooh,
I
boy.
have, but it was a while ago.
I wrote when we were in the university.
That was a while. Oh
Yeah.
boy. I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. Pace is gonna be so mad.
Yeah, I haven't been good with the correspondence.
Okay, well. Hey, Powell.
Yeah,
If I gave you a map, hang on. I'm gonna like dig. I dig into my pack and take out like a really like. Yeah, I've definitely got a map of Arcadia in here somewhere. And just kind of point and say, "Can you get here?"
And Powell kind of hops around on the map, almost in a full circle around it. Its little eyes, like, you can kind of see them whirring and moving like they're processing the information. And then it sort of looks up at you.
That sounds like yes. I think that's a yes.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Who wants to write a letter home so our parents don't absolutely kill us when we get back?
I got it.
Yeah, I should probably also definitely do that.
I'm also gonna do that. Miss Lazuria,
Yes.
ma'am,
Don't have any paper.
paper.
She
We
smiles.
asked the fucking root.
Yeah. Do you have any paper? Anything to write with, perhaps?
I mean, you gotta ask. You can't just be like,
Yeah.
let me at your paper and pens, please.
She smiles and
We have
nods.
more tech than that.
You will find no shortage of paper and pen here.
Wheat. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I take a quill and some paper and I pen a very rushed letter home.
Yeah. And after you've done that and sort of settled for the evening, she sort of sits with all of you. So I'm given to understand you have questions about how all of this came to be.
Yes. Some questions, yeah. How? Why?
How?
Yeah, mostly the how and why. Like, the flowstones are from... I keep forgetting the name of the...
Malvora.
Malvora. And they kept stuff okay down there, but now they're gonna take them back? Is that right? But then stuff's gonna go all bonkers up here. That's not really a question, just kind of...
Yeah. Pierce is kind of taking a long drink and just watching all of you. We're trying to keep them out of the hands of the Malvorans. Whether that's right or not, they've been in Amaria all this time. So, you must know the truth. You're a Ryujin. Yes? And she sort of looks to each of you and gives Pierce a slight nod. I do know how it happened. long ago. Suppose it is time you learned. Malvora is the original world. Amaria was born later. The people that we know here, all of us, known as Amarians, were once people of Malvora a long, long, long time ago. The core of the world is where the magic was sourced from. And the Malvorans were expert at extracting and refining this source for use in their magic and their engineering. And she kind of looks to Powell. Powell just sort of like...
It turns this head around.
Yeah. That's the whole owl
Yeah,
thing.
The full owl thing.
Yeah.
Slightly changes shape, like
Yeah.
that one owl.
Although after enough time of extracting and using this source, malevolent creatures began spawning and fighting back. Spirits of the core emerged and started to corrupt people. And the people below, in Malvora, began to diverge in their opinions of how to deal with the problem. Those that we call Malvorans today chose to stay and fight back. But there were people that wanted to flee the conflict and find a different way to live. So they took the magic they gathered and created a safe haven for themselves. A magical barrier above the surface of Malvora. Everything in Amaria was created from that magic. And the flowstones are what keeps it stable. Originally, Amaria was simply a series of small floating islands, but it's grown beyond that as we've had the flowstones here. Malvora, meanwhile, has been dwindling. And that is why they continually try to come and take the stones back.
They need them for magic and fighting these malevolent creatures.
Malevolent creatures that are the essence of the world fighting back against ill use.
I know our world is falling apart because the flowstones are out of place. But if everything started falling apart because they took too much magic out of the core, is there any way to put it back in?
It would require...
Like the things they've extracted, can it be put back where it came from?
I don't know. That would require quite a lot of magic unto itself. I don't know that any one person or even any number of skilled mages would be capable of such a feat.
Oh boy. This is... Again, we learned this whole thing was big, but now it's even bigger than I ever imagined.
So they want to take the flowstones back because they've used up all the magic they already have?
It is possible, yes.
Some kind of ditch effort to fight back against the very world itself.
Well, what are they even trying to save at this point? Why can't they all just come here? It doesn't sound like they can fix it.
Pierce
It sounds like they just want more fuel for their war.
Pierce frowns. We don't even know how many numbers they have. What if it's too many people? What if it's not enough for Amaria to sustain?
Is that worth dooming our entire world? We can't know until we ask them, and they haven't tried to communicate. They've just started taking things and hurting people.
When there are finite resources, people are going to fight over them. That's a fact of life.
Is it? If people just ask, we'd find a way. I'm sure of it.
Just ask nicely, oh please let us have your stones so that we can rejuvenate the world?
Ask for help.
Yeah, ask for everyone to work together to find a solution.
If this whole thing started because people overstrained magic and its source, the solution isn't to just fight it, it's to heal it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but how do you do that when there's not enough magic to go around?
You find a way to work together.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it doesn't start with dooming everyone in Amaria.
I admire your idealism. But it's unrealistic.
Well, I'd rather be unrealistic than not hope at all.
It's better to extend a hand and try than to assume the worst immediately.
Yeah.
I'd rather be hurt than think the worst of people.
It's never not worth it to try.
If you say so.
If we didn't try, we wouldn't even get across a bridge.
That's a very good point, and it's kind of
Arcadian saying.
yeah. Kind of looks to Lazuria and just kind of.
You see her kind.
Oh,
She
she
smiles.
knows.
She smiles knowingly.
Yep. She saw that. Yep. Sure. That was awesome.
Well, rest for the evening. I'll show you to the stone in the morning. We can confirm that it is safe. And then we shall see about getting all of you properly repaired and off the island.
I would appreciate that, yeah.
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 You know where we got the boat from. It would be kind of, or the skiff from. It would be kind of sad to come back and be like, "Hey, we just kind of took it out for a ride and then crashed it."
Come, I'll show you to your rooms. And she walks you all through. You could each have a room to yourself, or you could share. There are plenty.
Hello, Fort the sequel.
Pillow fort
just-
Mark
You
II.
just all pile into one room again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You all pile into a room plus one.
Honestly, sorry. We're gonna need all the pillows and all the blankets and mattresses if you will allow.
Okay. Yeah, so we don't need to do a camping check-in.
No.
Let's assume you make one heck of a pillow fort. Because I'm sure Lazuria is here for it.
Yeah, she's like, hot diggity, what a sweet ass pillow fort.
That's exactly what she said. In
Yeah!
fact.
She stops in later. Do you mind if I join you?
That sure is a heckin' hot diggity pillow fort you got here, kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah. Hello there, fellow kid.
Wow.
It's like that DeviantArt ship post. Like the shading has swag and the lighting has YOLO, like that.
Wow, this sure is a radical pillow fort you got here,
Oh,
homie.
God. Nope. I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
unsee
Mabs.
that right now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm using a reveal. She's rewinding time. That didn't happen. Fuck that.
Collaborative storytelling, it's canon now. No, it's
Alright,
part of the
yes.
Omake series.
Yes. You've
Oh,
built
The
an
outtakes.
You've built an
Lazuria
excellent-
has said YOLO in canon at some point. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you all go to sleep unless there's anything you wanted to do with the evening, after your pillow fortness.
Just send off those letters to our parents.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So you, I think as the night ends, we see Trill, like stuffing the letters. There's like, let's say, Powell's little back opens up and there's a compartment and you can slide the letters and stow them safely in there. And Powell
For
kind
some
of,
reason, my mind conjured that we fold the letters and it's got like almost like a
mail slot.
yeah, just a slot that we just kind of choop, and then it's
and
gonna
he
pop
kind of,
out like a toaster.
Yeah, he kind of like stretches out his wings, and just kind of.
That's canon.
Yep. And kind of gives one last look at you, Trill, and you see the eyes kind of, and it flies off into the night.
Go, brave bird.
Fly, my son.
Deliver that mail, come rain or shine. Stay tuned for the side episode in which we see what Powell gets up to.
Owl, the adventures of Powell.
The Adventures of Powell.
Gosh.
Powell is actually a really good name for a sidekick mascot.
Honestly, though. So the next morning, Lazoria wakes you all, gets you breakfast, and then takes you to a part of the water shrine you were not able to find yourselves. And this chamber, the audience will recognize. We have seen it before. This is a dark, domed kind of chamber. And there's a pool in the middle where the stone floats over the top of it, and we can kind of see water cascading down from the space around it. It gives off its own light that sort of fills the chamber. There's a torch off to one side that glows with kind of that greenish gold light that you all recognized from the night, seeing in the stars. And you realize that that's what this is.
Can I just give it a weird look?
Yeah, and you can see the water stone is safe and sound here. We've seen no sign of the woman who calls herself Blue Rose.
Have you seen any of the other ones?
No. Not so far.
Okay, well then I don't know as much as we can do here to help, really. It seems to be fine. Do we just camp out and wait? Is the other one in danger instead? Did we mess up the order? Are they at Orbinium?
Did we get here too early?
Did we pick the wrong side quest first?
Yeah. Did press the order weird way?
Check the quest log.
Yeah, we fuck up our quest log order. Shit.
As you're all sort of wondering about this, Pierce just strides straight forward into the pool.
Hey!
Maybe not.
Shouldn't do that!
I don't think you're supposed to.
And
Hey, Mom!
Mom! Did he do?
I've just been so close to
that
calling
allowed?
my mom constantly.
Yeah, that's allowed, alright. So here comes the curse your inevitable but sudden betrayal moment.
I was waiting for this!
Gasp! Listen,
don't
I
just-
like dramatic irony. I don't care about actually surprising you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this was, obvious since, before we started to play, so...
Can't just drop a cute boy on us and not think it's suddenly you. We know you, Jess, and your way.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, pace is a perfect, and I will not hear otherwise.
Damn right.
Peace is the best.
Never,
Yeah.
never talk to me or my son again. He's a gift that M gave me. So, yeah, as he's just walking, you see him kind of reach up about his neck and draw a stone that starts to glow and forms into
boy.
a staff you've definitely seen before.
Oh
This is bad.
And he turns around and aims it at Lazuria, and you see a dark sphere just form up over her. And you can hear her crying out as something sort of shocks. It seems there's sort of like purplish lightning. And she just sort of drops in the pool.
Hey!
Oh, that was annoying. He reaches up and grabs the stone.
I'm gonna
No.
lasso him as he reaches up. I'm gonna go for
Okay.
his arm.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Dex int check.
Yeah, I think Dex is what it is now. Or Dex int +1 if I'm using my
Yeah.
thing. Hang on. Getting the... +1. Okay, 11.
Okay. And for those of you that are paying attention to Lazuria, she's getting back up, but she looks quite weak, and you don't see dragon horns on her anymore.
Is the black sphere still there?
It's starting to kind of fizzle out and fade away. But she looks very weak.
Well,
Guilty.
Griffin's just gonna sprint as well as he can
Okay.
in water at Pierce.
Okay.
I want to, when Vincent, Griffin, I have the wrong name.
I know. I'm sorry.
Zoom call.
When Griffin is running, I will touch him, and I will cast a spell. Boop.
Okay.
So, first magic. See if it's. Oh, please don't.
And this is
fumble.
all you get to do before.
Yay!
And what did you get again, M?
11.
11. Okay.
Just to... Yeah, I was gonna try to grab his arm before he could vanish the stone, but...
Okay.
15 for the magic.
Okay. Whatever you're doing with Griffin works. So.
Yeah. Deflect the blows. Save the violence for a range check. Magematic shield protect. And you have -1 damage from enemy attacks.
Ooh, neat.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. So as you are, you do manage to, I think, lasso his hand that has the stone, and the stone kind of drops.
Okay, I'll take that.
But he still has his other hand free, and you see him kind of wave with the staff. And let's see. I think we will probably hit an initiative moment in a moment. Out of the water, you see something start to form up. It almost looks like he's turned the water to ice, but you actually see this creature sort of blockade him from view, and it's kind of this sort of resembles like a bear or a rhinoceros thing. It's a strange creature that seems to be made out of ice or crystal, and you realize on hearing the sound in it, it's probably symphonic crystal. But it makes a very unpleasant roaring kind of sound. Well, this is a little more difficult than I imagined. I'd like to have that if you don't mind.
I don't think so.
Fuck no. Tosses a coin.
You're cute, but yeah, we do mind.
That's our one F-bomb, so we can still keep our PG-13 rating.
Yes. So, he is going to, you see him raise the staff, while this creature is sort of blocking the way, and he is going to cast a magic on y'all.
Not a magic.
Yes, a magic.
Not a heckin' magic.
He's gonna do a
heck.
heckin' magic. And you hear him say, "Rain down, O shards of radiance, luminous hail!" And the light in the room, which was pretty dim and bluish, especially it got a bit darker once the stone dropped, suddenly flashes to brightness, and you see up above you kind of this disc of white light form, and these shards of crystal
boy.
start raining down on all of you. Everybody, what is your condition?
13.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
If we weren't supposed to re-roll
9.
with a new day. But
We forgot to do that, but we're just gonna roll with it. So,
Okay. 8.
okay.
yeah, 6.
And as you see these crystals kind of form all around you and land, nothing seems to happen for about a split second, and then they just explode, and you are, unless you would like to make a dex to like dodge, you are gonna hurt a little bit. You will take 8 damage.
Do we like? Is the dex to dodge?
Oh, fuck yeah.
'Cause I'd like to try that.
Okay.
That's
That's
17, bitch.
Okay.
8 damage to all of us.
Yes.
Okay, I will attempt to dodge. I will fail.
I will need that.
Griffin got 9.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, I got a 9 as well.
Okay. Trill, you're fine. The rest
Damn
of you,
right, I rolled
the
8 and a
rest of
9.
you, perhaps a bit less so.
She just backflips.
Yeah, no, I think I do legitimately just backflip out of this.
So, did you take the stone, Trill, or is it just in the water
If
somewhere?
if I can, like, I think what this may actually be is I actually was diving towards the stone when this thing went down, so I just wasn't there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, I have the stone.
All right. So we have a out of character conundrum in the sense that we are technically getting close to time.
Yeah, I super can't stay that
So-
long today.
We may begin next session with a heckin' fight.
All right, I'm down for beginning session with the heckin' fight.
Because this will definitely turn into initiative to get the stone back.
Mhm.
So
Do
I
we,
think
do we get a last shot of Pence getting into like proper battle mode and like a last line before we go
probably yes. There's
The sketchy
Yeah.
like final lighting.
we pull back and we see he's summoned up another one of these things, so there are 2 of these big hulking creatures blocking the way as you all get yourselves back up, a little bit damaged. And Lazuria is laying off to the side, probably about ready to be an object in combat.
Hey,
So I think if I ran in to dive to the stone, I think I'm like right next to him.
Well, if it
And
yeah, you're probably pretty close.
within
close in.
uppercut distance.
We'll worry about spacing later, but you have the stone in hand.
cool.
That's what we know.
Hit him with the stone.
Y'all, my HP is decent, but it's not amazing, so help.
I'm at 7 hit points.
Yeah, same.
Aw. Good to
Griffin's
know.
fine.
How's Griffin?
He's alright.
Griffin's our tank, right? How are you?
What are your numbers?
Out of 29, I'm at 21.
21 out of 21.
Good. So, we will end the session there on a fighty cliffhanger.
Next week on Ryuutama, the Promise
Or-
Tree.
Our final episode, or something. It'll be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Not even a little.
Not even a little.
Not even.
So,
heck.
with that, let's do outros and see how we're doing. And then we will be back in 2 weeks to find out what the hell happens and who punches whom and stuff. We will come back around in reverse.
Gonna punch him. Just wanna. That's what we're gonna.
Fair.
We're gonna attempt to punch
Fair.
him.
I do nothing if not make punchable NPCs. Nicholas.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most? Where can we find you doing things on the interwebs?
I really enjoyed the air skiff stunts. That was a badass moment when we crashed the ship.
Heck
Yeah, and you can find me at Twitter at nyvinter, and yeah, that's it, I think, for me.
Awesome. All right. Next up, our little healer, Anna. Favorite moment? Where can we find you doing things on the interwebs?
Oh gosh, favorite moment. Powell was very, very good. I like him a lot. I like that he is our friend now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot
Good
for
mechanical friend.
yes. I have a soft spot for cute mechanical things and also owls. So this works out really well.
It all just kind of crosses.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's it. And you can find me on Twitter at Anna Landin, and that sort of links onwards to all of the other things I do online. Art and more art and tabletop RPGs and art.
And also art, in case you missed that part.
She also does art.
The occasional picture of my cat and also art.
Yes.
Yeah, and also she draws. She draws
Just
stuff
Patreon
sometimes.
for her art, in case you didn't know.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
Like,
got her
shows my
comic.
pictures.
Comics. There's a lot of art in her comics.
wow. Did you know she drew the art of her character?
Yeah. Wait,
It may
oh,
shock you
wait.
to learn.
Onward. Speaking of someone who also drew art for their character, which is like literally everybody here, but in this particular case, Victor, favorite moment and where can we find you on the interwebs?
Wow, favorite moment. There was a lot of very good, just kind of character interactions today. I did really like Pierce getting like kind of called out when he was being a bit of an ass about the whole. Yeah, the water stone is like. That was
Can't
a good
be an
How did that
moment.
go again?
Good kids, they will catch you.
How dare he
Don't
be
be
practical?
mean.
How dare he
No.
be practical and kind of a dick?
No, I think this was the whole
Oh.
like him getting all snarky about
yeah.
like, of course the water stone makes water.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't know that? Gosh, where did you go to school?
Exactly.
The
It was-
literal woods.
The actual
And it was kind of
forest.
nice because Griffin everyone got his back kind of in that
Mhm.
moment.
Mhm.
That was nice. I don't think when he got the you don't know that he didn't expect it, so it was nice. And I am Victor, and I go by Victormon pretty much everywhere. I do art, I do comics, not as much right now, but I'm getting back to that. I have a Patreon. Yeah.
Did you
I'd
know he
like
does
some-
art?
Yeah, did you know I do art? But no, I'm don't have any work lined up right now, so supporting my Patreon will keep me alive, probably. So
Go sport him,
please
he's pretty cool.
support me.
And last but certainly not least, our most excellent pilot. First time piloting an air skiff, and it's just like, damn. Favorite moment that maybe, favorite moment and where we can find you doing things on the internet that may or may not be art.
The art thing is happening. But I'm mostly yelling about RPG stuff. And favorite moment, I mean, I still can't believe I made that heckin' check, but
That was choice.
Heckin' checks.
heckin' check. Gosh, no, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also get. I mean, Powell. I just like Powell because I'm predictable garbage and he's my robot son. But yeah.
I mean, you it's a rule. You have to have a robot son in a campaign.
I do apparently.
It's a good rule.
It's a universal law. It's
Yep.
physics, really,
Yep.
when you
Mhm.
think about it.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, and then I guess there's me. Hi, you're on my channel. Weird, I know. So clearly you can find me at littlecuppajo on Twitch because you're already here. Good job. You can also find me on Twitter, where I also yell about TTRPGs. I make them sometimes. I draw and stuff. And also there are cat pictures because I have cats, as you can see.
What?
Yeah, I know, wild.
Many
right?
surprises today.
Super wild. Yay, you got to meet Dragon Mom. I'm sorry, she's probably not Dragon Mom for much longer. But it's fine.
Dragon. No.
And we'll see what happens next time, I guess. Yeah. So, if you super love Ryuutama, you can find me playing more Ryuutama later tonight over on Anaris' channel. I suck at shoutouts on Twitch, but I'm gonna try. Maybe? I don't know if that'll work. Anyway, my bots are weird. I'm not good at bots. Anyway,
Yep.
you should go follow him, and we will be playing later tonight at, I believe, 6 Pacific. It's the start of an OAV campaign, which is set in the past of our regular TV-type show campaign. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be playing a very fighty hot boy, who wields basically an oar, because water.
Aesthetic.
Yes, he's like 70% Lancer, and the other 30% is some combination of things and most broness. So it'll be very fun. I'm excited. I don't have to do magic for a change. So, with that, we will see you all here in 2 weeks for the last episode of Disc 1 of this thing, and we will see where it ends. So, farewell, friends.
Bye.
Take care.
Finger guns.